Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with Map Tie On. I just love teaching lots of concepts with GIS because it's such a visual, active learning, problem-based learning. All the things that you and I love about education is wrapped up into GIS. Not that it's the only tool out there to teach with, but it's just so powerful. And here's one example. Let's say I'm teaching about spatial accuracy, locations, and precision. Notice I've got my GPS track from when I was hiking this ridge. So real world coordinates. And notice how close I was to the trail. We could measure this right here with saying, oh, okay, between this and here, I'm like 1 meter off, 1 or 2 meters off on that ridge top. But as I descended the ridge off the east side, notice my position has been compromised. I'm not anywhere near. I'm 10 or 12 meters away. Again, we could use the measure tools to measure the distance from what is on the image. Of course, the image has spatial issues and quality issues as well, so it's not the truth, but we're going to measure against that trail as it appears on the image. And now I'm about 10 meters off as opposed to when I was at the top of the ridge being 1 meter off according to the satellite image. Well, why is that? Well, partly because, as you can see here, I've got it in a 3D scene inside ArcGIS. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see, wow, okay, that is a steep ridge that I descended. And so my whole view of the western sky was obscured by the ridge. I didn't have the GPS constellation. Now, why was it different on the way up versus the way down? Those are the two tracks I have here. Because on the way up, the GPS constellation was in a different location or locations in the sky. And also the Wi-Fi hotspots, the cell phone towers, I might have augmented my GPS position from. But the point is, within a few clicks, you can see exactly why this was so compromised. It's because of the steepness of the terrain here. And it's wonderful to be able to map your tracks and also to teach about spatial accuracy, precision. If I then go over the top of this ridge, now you can see why my position at the top was so wonderful and so spatially accurate, because I had a very wide view of the terrain from up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again from the top of that ridge. Let's look at the view from the top. Wow! No wonder I had such good spatial accuracy. I had a very wide view of, there's the San Gabriel Mountains, of the terrain from there. So mapping your field collected data, it doesn't have to just be the position, right? It could be tree species, tree height, trail condition, trash, animals, etc. All of those sorts of things you can collect and then map in 2D and 3D maps with these tools at your fingertips. In this case, ArcGIS 3D Scene Viewer. Thanks for being with me.